I'm curious just as to who we're going to meet in here. Is it going to be the spirit? Or is it going to be someone else? Also, can I find anything in here? Is there any loot that I can bring back with me? Probably not. Looks like I got to go up there to talk to myself. Although this does kind of look like some kind of battle arena. Is it that I get to battle myself? Because that would be cool. Although, knowing how much Lohse does in damage, would Lohse kick Lose's butt?
Ah, there you are. I've been waiting for you. I was worried you weren't coming.
Roll your eyes everywhere you go. There it is. Or tell it you didn't really have much of a choice. Take a bow. Here you are. Now let's get on with whatever comes next. Yeah. Or remark that it looks fleshier than usual. What gives? I don't know. I kind of like take a bow. Here you are. Now let's get on with whatever comes next.
No need to get rude. I come bearing a gift.
I bet you do.
Look into my eyes.
Hesitate, then hold your other's self's gaze from a safe distance. That's funny.
There.
Ooh,
Now wait.
spirit vision.
Wait.
So you learned spirit vision. Cast this spell regularly to reveal a hidden world of ghosts lingering in the mortal realm.
Ah. Now speak the spell and see what I've gotten for us.
Okay, spirit vision, sorcery. I probably need to, crap, where is it? It's in here. My bars are like totally full. Slow down arrows, ice arrows, small poison bottles. You know, we could probably just like remove some of these potions, right? Because we're not going to use those. Mostly. I'll put the arrows all in one spot and the spells all in one spot. Much better. And I probably could just put spirit vision off over here. Is that going to take a source point? Set spirit vision for 10 turns.
There. That's a bit more familiar.
Huh.
So, go on. Pretty fantastic, isn't it? You're a step closer toward becoming like one of them now.
What does it mean, like a one of whom?
One of the gods, Lohse dear. Come on, keep up. You can see spirits now. Try it next time you cut some innocent to bits. You'll be able to find out just what their sweet little soul thinks of you.
Say you were told that you'd be venting into your inner soul by coming here, or venturing into your inner soul by coming here. Is that what this place is? Ask why it's given you this power, or tell it you avoid hurting anyone unless it's strictly necessary. That's not entirely true, so let's go with ask why it's given you this power.
We can't let the other God-woken outpace you, can we? They'll be meeting one of the 7, camping out within their own souls, you know. Shriveled, half-dead gods looking to steal source from their chosen in exchange for the power to see spirits.
Say you'd quite prefer to meet a god than a parasite. Ask why the 7 are hiding out within other God-woken. Say if that's the case, the gods are no better than the sad replicant you see before you. Wow, that's brutal. No, let's go with the second one.
They need source, and they're running out of it.
Interesting.
Soon enough, they'll be little more than dead, dry husks, light enough to knock down with a puff of air. That is, unless they get help.
Help from the other God-woken, presumably? Ask why the gods haven't come to you, too. Ask why it seems so gleeful at the thought of the god's demise. Tell him that you couldn't care less what happened to the 7. The cosmic drama holds no interest for you. No, let's ask why it seems so gleeful at the thought of the god's demise.
A better question. Why aren't you? The gods passed you over, deemed you unworthy of their attention. To them, you're just a 2-bit singer with a parade of unpredictables marching through her head. But that doesn't matter, Lohse. I saw something special in you. Something they didn't see. That's enough.
Ask if it trying Ask it if, there we go, the dyslexia caught up to me. Trying to tear you down makes it feel big and strong, or tell him it's you who have no use for the gods or it, or anyone else claiming to deserve a place in your soul. Ask what it seems to see in you. I think number 2 is how Lohse feels. Number 3 is what I'm curious about.
Potential. Look what you can do. You can bless. You can see the spirits of the world. When will you believe that all I want is to see you, to see us, succeed? The void itself is hunting down the gods, leeching them in ways I only dreamed were possible. Drop by drop, they drain away, and your path forward becomes all the clearer. The gods have gone into hiding within your fellow Godwoken. They seek to become what we are, stronger together, unstoppable together. But we are far ahead of them already, and I know where we must go next. The Well of Ascension. Has a nice ring to it, doesn't it?
Shrug, not really. You're more in the market for an exorcism than a well. Or turn the phrase over in your head. Ask if that's where the Godwoken are meant to become divine.
You're smarter than you look. It's a lake, really. A pool of pure source in which the powers of the 7 lie united. The 7, fools that they are, each gave up half their powers to create the first divine. To bathe in the lake is to become divine. We'll do more than that, though. Feeling thirsty?
Thirsty? Ask what it is implying. Or ask where you can find this Well of Ascension. Or ask what compelled the gods to give up fully half of their powers. I mean, that's a good question, but thirsty, ask what it's implying.
The gods are weak. Weaker than I expected. The void is nearly here. You need to go to the Well of Ascension and absorb the source of the 7. All of it. Then you'll become a god. How does that sound?
Contemplate the idea. You'd make a pretty good god, but not while you're sharing your body with a demon. Pause. So you'll ascend, and what will become of the 7? Or tell it you have no desire in participating in a power grab, but let someone else do it for you, for all you care. Here's a thought, right? This is what's going through my head at the moment with all of this, which is that this thing, this entity, this demon, whatever it is, wants to use that power. It doesn't care about Lohse at all. And wants Lohse to go to the well in order for this being to absorb all of that power and not Lohse. So it's clearly a trick to try to get us to go there. I think Lohse knows that. I think I know that. So let's carry on with that knowledge. Now, this is also coming from me not having experienced the full game. I don't know if that's actually the case, but that's kind of what I'm feeling right now. Like, okay, let's be very careful with how we proceed, but let's try to bait the spirit into believing that we're on its side. So when the time comes, we can get it out of the body without it recognizing that that's what we're going to try to do. So another thing that I've noticed here is you have the 7 and you have the void. So you have like the gods and the void. They're clearly opposed to each other on some astronomical level. Who knows what exactly it is? Maybe it's metaphysical, maybe it's astronomical. It doesn't matter. The fact of the matter is there is something that is opposing the two with each other. So the void is against the gods are against the void. And the Voidwoken seem opposite of the Godwoken. So the Godwoken are there to destroy the Voidwoken. So it's kind of like this surrogate champion kind of thing going on. So we need to kind of be careful with how we proceed because we don't want to give the spirit too much power. So let's say let's not do the first one. Let's do the second one. Pause. Say you'll ascend, and what will become of the 7?
Forget about them. They're the relics of a bygone age. They'll return to the dust they conjured themselves from.
So that makes me think that whatever the spirit is from the void.
The world needs someone to safeguard it against the void. With the powers of the gods, you'll do a great job. Don't you think?
Ask what you should do next if you were serious about ascending. Hesitate and say nothing. You know for a fact that the thing can't be trusted. Ask it what it thinks its role will be once you're divine. Ask what will happen to the other god Woken. That's what it thinks its role will be once you're... Yes, let's do that one.
Much the same.
Get
as
the
it is
information.
now. I'll be your advisor, your helpmate, and in return, you'll ensure my survival in the new order of things. For make no mistake, a new order is coming.
Honestly, it's reminding me a lot of the demons in Dragon Age. Like, they will go to these mages and promise them a ton of power and stuff, but overall, the demons aren't there to give them power. They are there to try to get within the world and cause havoc and stuff. So I feel like we need to kind of treat this as the same thing. So we're going to go hesitate and say nothing. You know for a fact this thing can't be trusted.
That's fine, Lohse. You don't have to speak, but do listen. We'll make our way to the lake, but not yet. Not until you've become a true master of the source. You'll need to learn to speak the language of creation itself. It won't be easy. You'll need to find tutors, masters of the source, people who can teach you to increase the volume of source you can control. Few remain, and the ones who do have been driven to the brink of survival. The Order has made certain of that. Still, I have full faith in you, Lohse. You'll find them, and you'll convince them to teach you. Once you have, find me here again. We'll move forward from there.
Tell it it's only useful to you as a means to an end. You won't rely on it much longer. Tell it you'll do as it pleases. Say nothing and take your leave. We're going to say nothing, take our leave.
Till next time, darling.
Champion of the gods. Where did it go? Is it Powerful Awakening? Return to Meister Siva. We need to master our source powers, so one of us can go to the wellspring and become divine. Our gods gave us, gave us spirit vision with which we may commune with ghosts. Curious. Champion of the gods, I am to seek powerful tutors that can help me increase the amount of source I can manipulate. In other words, give me those extra source points, which would be great. Because I would like
stares intently
to be able to cast more than one thing.
Her eyes are tired and bruised, but determined.
Still alive? Gods above, there might be something to you after all.
She leans in, her bloody tongue flickering hungrily about your face. She sighs impatiently as you hack up the last of the green smoke.
I double-clicked. That's unfortunate, and I can't see what the heck I did.
You can't channel enough source? Gods be damned, why couldn't you have a nice simple problem? Finding an orc to dance the hornpipe, perhaps?
Tell her it's not like it's easy just to open up channels to the source, or look at her and surprise she doesn't know what you need to do next. Brush off her concerns, you could do anything. Let's do the mystic.
Indeed not. And ever more difficult when you've been purged. I was a master of source once, but no longer. The Magisters saw to that. The river of my source has been damned. My link to the font from which it flows, severed. So we must seek alternatives. Alas, the only source masters not yet hauled off to Fort Joy or turn into meat puppets are those too dangerous or cunning for the Magisters to contain. Sorcerers that allowed their power to corrupt them. Many are wicked, cruel, vile, and generally not good teacher material, but we may have no others to turn to.
Ooh, I have a hero option. Rest your hand on your weapon. You'd better be killing such creatures, not begging them for help. It's kind of curious. Rub your hands together. Now, this sounds like fun. Not, it sounds dangerous, but if that's what it takes, wait. Ask if she's really telling you that you need to go to train under evil sorcerers. Yeah, rub your hands together. Now, this sounds like fun. I think that's what Lohse would say.
These are the kinds of creatures that grew bored pulling the legs from spiders and so moved on to people. Fun is not the word I would choose.
But it's the word she would choose.
However, it is the path we walk. No matter what the cost. No matter what is asked of you.
The Meister doubles over in a violent coughing fit, struggling for breath. After a few moments, she regains her composure, wiping a thin smear of blood from the corner of her mouth.
No matter what is asked of you, you must learn from them.
She does not seem healthy. You can't hide. I mean, she was strung up for a while there. You can't hide the concern on your face. She doesn't seem well. Or ask where you can find these masters. Loudly wonder how difficult it could be to find an evil sorcerer. Question Meister Siva. Is she sure this is the only way? No, let's loudly wonder how difficult it could be to find an evil sorcerer.
The Magisters have kept ledgers with all known sorcerers, especially the powerful ones not yet captured. They would be an invaluable resource. But do be careful not to get caught. I was their guest for a time, and I promise you the gallows was the most comfortable part of the experience. And if their barracks turns out to be as empty as their skulls, just try to keep an ear to the ground. There may still be powerful sorcerers hiding in these lands.
As she speaks, one of her wounds reopens, a dark red stain spreading across her tunic. She hisses in frustration and starts to bind the gash.
I wish there was more I could do, but in this condition, I would be more a hindrance than a boon. Godspeed, and remember, do whatever it takes.
Say that you'll be back as soon as possible, wish her well, and take your leave, or thank her for generously passing this death-defying mission onto you and leave. That's very sarcastic, but it is what Lohse would say. Okay. Chapter 4, Mastering the Source. Powerful Awakening. We should probably look at this stuff. So, Powerful Awakening. Find teachers in the ways of the Source. The Magisters keep a list of powerful sorcerers in the region. They may be able to help us. That's good, because we're in the middle of helping some of them. We must search for mentors, right? Signs of resistance. Thanks to Master Siva, we know what we must do to unlock the potential to become divine. Man, I do like this game a significant amount. It's just so much fun. Let's go out. Actually, let's get that first and then go out. There's a ghost nearby. Ghosts may linger anywhere they have unfinished business. Cast spirit vision. Okay. Where's the ghost? I said there's a ghost nearby. I see no ghost. There's a ghost in here. Spirit of the apprentice.
The spirit of an elegant elven woman materializes before you. She seems surprised.
You can see me. A godwoken in my presence. You honor me.
Ask who she is.
I am the Meister's apprentice. I study under her, but I do not learn. I hear tales of the ritual, of what lies beyond. Such wonders, such powers. I decide to pursue them myself. Meister tells me it cannot happen, that I am not godwoken. But in my heart, I know I'm special. I try. I burn the root. I breathe the smoke and it burns me back. No air fills my lungs, only fire. When the darkness falls, I cannot cry out. I leave my life behind with a shameful whimper.
Ask why she risked such a thing if she was unaware, or if she was aware of the dangers.
The spirit looks at you regretfully.
It is hard to hear of such power and not covet it for yourself. I lie to myself and convince myself that I am special. But I am not special. I am dead.
Huh. Well, I guess that's good to know. That's kind of cool that we could just use that and find all these ghosts. In fact, I think that is a really fun little mechanic, because now we're going to be able to find all these people to chat with. Heck, I probably could just cast it here, right? Get us that 10 rounds back of it. We need to take a look at our map. So we could do the Magister stuff. In fact, let's go to our journal real quick. Shadow over Driftwood. Lohar marked our map and asked us to kill Mortis, right? So we need to do that. The Law of the Order. Lohar has had difficulties with his associate. Okay, make contact with the local crime boss. Magister Julian insists to investigate Lohar's doing in Driftwood and his connections to the Dwarf Queen. Maybe we can go chat with him now. Well, at least we could go see at the very least and see if that is something that we could be like, hey, duders, you know, here's this thing that's going on. Now that we are, I don't want to cast this like in front of people. Now that we are helping you, can you help us and give me a list of stuff maybe? I don't think that's how it's going to be, but you never really know, right? Like with this game, there's so many options on how to actually get things done.
Here I still am, and here you still are. Adrift and bloody driftwood. Yes? Have you anything to report?
Okay, yeah, there's nothing really here to talk with. That's fine. I think I could hit up the stores, right? So like my inventory is thick at the moment. I got a lot going on. Let's auto sort. I should probably sell a lot of this stuff, honestly. I have a lot. I have way too much. And
You're safe among friends.
can you open that? Get
Never
those
forget
coins.
it.
Okay. Yeah, you know what? I think that's what we should do. We should come over here and put us near... Let's trade with him. Put us near one of these guys, so I'm not going to have to walk very far. We'll go through the inventories.
Not in any mood to talk about it.
I'm just going to drop this stuff in hers. Drop this stuff up here. All right, we're just going to get rid of all of this crap. Including these books. You know, even though we, you know, had a lot of these books and got to read them, they are completely useless to us now that we have read them all. Everything else seems pretty okay. Okay, so let's come
Buying or
here.
selling?
Trading.
Capital. Good luck to you.
Let's come into our inventory and sell. I'm gonna sell these 2 arrowheads. Definitely all these books. Can I just like shift click? There we go. Way better. Way quicker.
Smells worse over here than a dozen rotten eggs dropped in a vat of vinegar.
Probably should put that on because it's really good. I'm gonna keep the gloves of teleportation. I'll sell the amber ring because
I don't come visit your ton.
yeah, my stuff's better.
Wouldn't
I'll get rid of all this. That spell book and these. Oh wait, no, did I want those? Soul Forged. Yeah, I wanted the Soul Forged stuff. We'll get rid of the dagger. Get rid of that bone. I haven't been using these grenades, so let's just get some money. Right. Get that. Some of these scrolls are pretty good, but we'll get rid of that one. And yeah, we got a couple things up here. I can get rid of those. I can get rid of these 2 coin pouches that are empty. And you know what? Honestly, that's looking pretty good vendor-wise. Get rid of that security log. I don't think I need it. Cool. So let us match those. Actually, is there anything here that I want to buy that I haven't? Marksman Fang sounds awesome. Right, shoot an arrow that goes straight through enemies. Each enemy that hit take piercing damage, ignoring armor. I think I have everything else. Barrage, first aid, elemental arrows. I don't have ballistic shot. Let's go. Ooh, I also don't have arrow spray.
If I don't come visit your ton,
That's a lot.
who will?
That's worth a lot of gold.
Wouldn't you like to know?
That's a good AoE though. I feel like arrow spray and marksman fang. Heck, even ballistic shot. I think those are all really good. I think ballistic shot is going to be just crazy good. So we'll do that. I'll wait on arrow spray. Or maybe I shouldn't. Let's get it. We have so much gold. Let's get it. You know what I mean? Let's just get them all. Except, can't believe I did that. I just spent so much gold. Get it there. We're just learning things that we're not going to use. Although I will use ballistic. Learn. I just love these skills so much. Go to spellbook. And I like my cat familiar. I can get rid of bless, right? Because we have bless on one of these characters. I want to get ballistic shot. Where did it go? No, that's Marksman's Fang. Ballistic shot. Because I think that's going to be ridiculously good. That will just like single target things down so quickly. Cool. I think that works. Now, let's check the map real quick. We could go up over here to the Magisters and see what they got going on. Because I could try to get things from them. Let's try to do that before we head out into the rest of the area. So we'll do that, and then we'll head off over here, I think. I think that's going to be the best way to do it. Because that way, if I have a place that I have to go from here, I could do that.